G'day everybody, 1st of October, Fatwood Friday. Got some good news. We've had a little bit of maybe the first of small wins. We've had the Premier of New South Wales, that's the so-called boss of Parliament down there. She's resigned today. She's under investigation for corruption, and yeah, so that's really good. I'm going to post a link in my description box to a guy. His name's Aussie Cossack. He does extremely good work. He's definitely worth a mention if you want to see what's sort of going on down here. He's really sticking it to the cops. He's following them around, and he's got lots of other people that send him in videos now of police brutality for not wearing masks, etc., etc. So, and you know, snubbing the anti-lockdown laws. So he's in and out of court all the time, and I forget how many court cases he's got going on at the moment. But there's a slush fund going around to help finance his legal fees, and he's also sending some of that spare resourced money out to help other people who are involved in the good fight getting off, or at least, you know, having some representation, you know, against the endless money pit of the government, you know, who want to just adjourn everything, and you know, that's the way that they play the game. So anyway, Gladys Berejiklian, she's quit. That's excellent. That's one of the first stages. We need the Victorian, same guy from Victoria. We need him to step down. This Dan Andrews, full-on piece of shit. We need the top cops to stand down as well. Some of the other latest news is quite a few cops have been standing down from Queensland. Not sure about some of the other states, but I've watched a couple of videos about a good video actually by an ex-copper from New South Wales who resigned because of all of this stuff, and now he's becoming a spokesperson and for police who aren't allowed to speak, and they're not happy with what's going on, but they have to. It's only a job, you know. There's plenty of jobs out there. You can be. I just changed my job last week. I'm back in construction again now. You know, a copper can easily, you don't need to be, you know, skilled or have special skills to come into construction and earn good money. You know, you work hard, but you get paid well, and you're not a grub. So anyway, definitely I'm going to put a link in the description. It's worth at least watching this video that I put a link to in the description. You'll just see the joy, you know, the outrageous joy that Aussie Cossacks got that Gladys has quit, and it's really good. Some other things that has happened this week is, now I'm in construction, I'm meeting guys from all over the world, Brazil, Portugal, all over Europe, Croatia, you know, Slovenia, and all these places, Italy, and you know, Aussies, Kiwis, etc., etc. And this is what we're all talking about. I met some concreters on another job, steel fixers on another one, and no one knows anybody who's been sick. The guys from all over the world, we hear stories from Brazil and Portugal and all these places. We've got COVID's so rampant, but these guys are telling me the same thing. When they talk to their family back home, they don't even know anybody who's been sick. So are they pulling our legs, like, you know? But I guess what I'm getting at is people are waking up. Slowly and surely they're waking up all over the world. We see it happening in Israel, we see it happening in France and in Brussels, and we see it happening in Holland and all over the place. You know, happening here in Australia. I could see shit was happening in New York. Protesters were going off over there. So it's good to see, you know, and now that I'm having this like sort of a global debate with the guys I'm working with, we can see that, you know, we're all in the same boat. We're all of us workers together have got to start switching on, and it's about time that we stop fighting each other and start fighting back against these grubs up here, instead of squabbling about white and black versus Muzzy versus this versus that, immigrants and blah 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 blah. Look at the people who have been running the show for the last few hundred years. It's the same people, and they're the same ones who send us off to wars. They're the ones who steal our tax, our income. You know, how much money we pay in tax in Australia is outrageous, you know. So, and that's happening everywhere. Look, how hard do you work? How far does your dollar or your currency get you these days, you know? Inflation's gone through the roof. You know, when I was a kid, a can of Coke was like 60 cents. It's over $3 now, you know. Rent is half of your wage. Petrol, gas for you American guys. It's ridiculous. We pay what? On a bad week, we're paying up near $1.70 a litre for just your average shit fuel. And on a better week, what is it this week? Maybe higher $1.40s for shit fuel, you know. So and some of the guys are telling us over in Portugal and over in Britain, apparently it's hard to get fuel. Servos are running dry. So anyway, I'm going to do a quick little Fatwood Friday fire to everybody out there who's standing strong and not taking this shit, not believing the shit that's getting spoon-fed to us by the shovelfuls from mainstream media. Turn off your TVs, everyone. Okay, this is for... And if you... Hey, this is only an opinion, you know, I don't care. If you... That's what comment sections are for. If you don't like what I'm saying or you think I'm wrong, I don't think I'm right about anything. I'm just speaking... Just having an opinion, so... let's get a conversation started if you want to. You know where to put it down there. Now, I haven't used my my Smith's Tinder maker for at least a good month, so I'll give her another shot. I'm going to use my knife. I bought a brand new wrecking bar this week for my job. I believe this is the Tove bar, but it actually, chucking steel. You're in construction, and anybody else in construction, are these the Swede bars? Is this the type of wrecking bars that all you guys sort of use? Because these are the #1 sort of wrecking bars that we use over here in Australia on our sites. You've got to keep your eye on them. Everyone wants to try and steal these. This cost me $220 plus shipping. This is a 36-inch, made in Sweden. Obviously, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's Svedbro Smid, Sweden, 1876. Handcrafted, entirely tempered, made in Sweden. And where do I see a warranty on here before? Yeah. How's this? Warranty, 20 years. 20-year warranty on these things. Like, that is unreal. Like, anybody who uses these things know how good they are compared to all your run-of-the-mill hardware chain stores. Everything else is shit. These are the real deal. And anyone who's been in construction know how stripping form and you know, I've got a bar in the back of my car, a Stanley Fat Max bar in the back of my car, and I bent 3 in a row in a week, and you know, they're absolutely hopeless. I took it back. They gave me another one. They gave me 2 more, and I've still bent it, you know, in 3 in a week. And they give you a 20-year guarantee, man. Like, that's Awesome. I actually wanted to start my fire, strike my ferro rod off this thing, but for some reason it's not sparking very well at all. It's chewing into my ferro rod but not sparking real good. So anyway, 36-inch Tove bar. Looking forward to using it. Now I just got to worry about people stealing it. Okay, let's get this fire going. One and done. Okay, I know this is already going long enough, but I'm going to have to do another little video straight after this one. This is for old Steve Ball with the Cold Steel 1917 Frontier Bowie. He was chopping into some tough bottles, so what I've got is I've got a milk jug, a soft drink bottle, but it's only a small one, and then one of these like Power 80 sort of energy sort of electrolyte drinks. So we'll just test out the different plastic. This is full factory edge, nothing done to it at all. Haven't really chopped anything, just tested it on paper and that's about it. So I'm going to do some more cutting with this weekend with my mates as well, and he's heavily modified his now. He's put a full convex edge, he's sharpened up the clip on it, so I want to do some cutting with the factory edge versus his. And I'm going to try in this next video, Steve, I'm going to sort of give it a crack at not bashing it too hard. I've also got to say g'day to Chattanooga Chop. Loved your video in your competitions, mate. That's awesome, but we'll get into it in another video. This is getting too long. Cool. See you guys. Check out Aussie Cossack in the description below.